I ended up taking the lowest paying job. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin, and this is Erin on Demand, where we are all about owning our business, owning our lives, and owning our happiness. And today we are talking about owning our money, okay? This is such an important component of entrepreneurship, and a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs because they feel like it is their route to financial freedom. But if we do not practice really disciplined financial habits in our personal lives, it's going to be so hard to grow as an entrepreneur or a business owner, because it's just financial planning on a whole new level. I posted on Instagram stories. If you are, on Instagram, make sure you follow me because I do interact quite a bit on my stories. I've posted and asked for video suggestions, and there was an overwhelming response on saving effectively, how I saved $10,000 in 10 months on my $30,000 salary. So that is what this video is going to be about. And I just want to note that I am not a financial planner. These are just some things that I implemented into my life that really helped me not just save a lot, but change my mindset on money, which is really the first step in saving. Now, a little bit of backstory on me is that when I graduated from college, I chose the route that most people probably don't prefer to choose. I applied for multiple jobs in multiple locations: New York, Atlanta, DC, LA. And I ended up taking the one job that I applied for in Michigan. So I'm from Michigan. I ended up taking the one job that I applied for that was the lowest paying job. This job paid $30,000 a year. But the thing is that I wouldn't have to pay any bills. So I didn't have any expenses besides my student loans. So I was able to move back in with my parents, which drive my high school hoopty that I've had and I still have and I still drive. And I didn't have any bills. So that was the reason why I chose that job. I want you guys to know that, yes, my situation is probably not the typical one of moving back in and driving my old car, but it was a decision that I made for my financial stability and freedom. So there were jobs in New York, $60,000 jobs, but I knew that pretty much all of my income would be absorbed through my expenses. So at the bottom line, when I looked at everything for its net worth, this job actually paid the most money to me, where I wasn't paying everybody else first and then paying myself the least amount. I was able to pretty much pocket everything that I earned. So even though I was making only $30,000 a year, I was making a lot of money because I was able to save a big chunk of that. Okay, so that is my backstory. Here are a few of the tips and the things that I implemented during that time to actually save the money. The first thing is knowing and understanding that saving is just a series of disciplined decisions. Nothing more, nothing less. People want to have this like miraculous app or miraculous thing that enables them to save more money than they actually have. That is not possible, okay? You have to make the money in order to save the money, first of all. The main thing is you have to either increase your income or decrease your expenses. So that's pretty much the mindset that I had in moving back home, was that I was able to significantly decrease my expenses. That's the first principle. Increase your income or decrease your expenses. And if your money is being absorbed, so if you are in the situation where you do have bills and you do have expenses and you still want to save aggressively, right now it is so easy to make more money, but it is also very easy to decrease our expenses. So I'm going to kind of go into both of those. The first way to increase your income, y'all, it's so many side hustles out here. If you have a camera, if you know how to take pictures, everybody wants to have their Instagram popping right now. I mean, the obvious ones like Uber and Lyft, but there are also really cool things like virtual assistants, websites like Fiverr.com, where you can enroll your services and people can just go on there and purchase your services from you. You can print cool graphics if you're a graphic designer and sell those on Etsy or on Society 6. I mean, there are a ton of side hustles that you can do that probably don't take a lot of time. The second thing is know where your money is going. And this is where you can really start to decrease your expenses. A lot of times we look up and we're like, oh my gosh, where did my money go? What did I spend on? I didn't even buy anything major this month. I know, I'm right here with you. We make so many small spending decisions throughout the day that we don't even realize we're spending. So you wake up and you get that $3 coffee, and then you spend only $7 on lunch, but that's already $10. And then you don't feel like cooking tonight, even though you already grocery shopped, and you end up spending $15 on Uber Eats, and that is $25 you spent in one day. And that happens often, more often than not. And so I just want you guys to know that you can manage your expenses with more discipline. So here's what I would do. I print out my bank statement and I categorized everything. So I assigned a different color highlighter to each category. So one was for bills. One other color was for eating out. Another color is for shopping. Another color is for gas or groceries or things that may, kind of fluctuate but are expenses. I would go through, print my bank statement, and highlight everything in a different color that applied to that category and tally it up. And you will be so stuck at how much money you spend on things that you really don't even need. So you can cut significantly from eating out. I know that was a big one for me. Even groceries, you can cut significantly if you shop on sale, if you coupon, things like that. I will touch on that later on in the video. You cannot cut expenses if you don't know where your money is going. So that's the first thing. Figure out how much you're spending on each category and figure out where you can nibble those expenses down. The fourth thing is stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, okay? When I graduated college, I wanted a new car. I call my car Gigi because she is a gas guzzler and she don't play no games, okay? I don't want Gigi no more, but I don't want a car note even more. I have learned how to shop on a budget, how to just accept things as they are, and I'd rather have money and, not look rich than to look like I got all this money and be broke. A lot of us feel like we need to get a new car once we graduate, or we have to, we cannot move back in with our parents, or, and I understand that some people just don't have the ability to do that. But if you can avoid it, if there are things that you can put off for a while, if it is not 100% necessary and you feel like you're just doing it for ego, just see how long you can go with holding it off. Paying $1,000 for a handbag, or, getting a car that you really can't afford right now, that's really going to put a lot of pressure on your money. Try to change your mindset and really dig deep, because there are a lot of psychological things that go into that type of mentality as well that aren't very healthy. So find the root of why you're spending money. So assess what are your spending weaknesses. If you eat out all the time, maybe you need to, once you grocery shop that day, try to meal prep a couple of meals, a couple of little snacks that you can take on the go. So when you do get hungry, you have things readily available. Not only is that healthier, but it's just going to help you manage your money better. It helps to decrease that expense. Another thing is, I love online shopping. I'm a big Amazoner, a big clothing shopper online. I have to stop looking at, I won't even go on online websites if I'm not ready to buy something. If I don't have a budget to buy, I'm not even going to look, because I know that I'm going to see something I like and it's going to shift around my budget. So if you have weaknesses, make sure you identify them and do what you can to avoid them. Another thing is to think of money in terms of time. So if you work on an hourly wage, say you get paid $10 an hour and you want to buy a pair of $100 shoes, just think, was this pair of shoes worth 10 hours of me working? That really puts things into perspective. Was this meal worth an hour of my time? If you can start thinking about money in terms of time, it's really gonna shock you. And you can even do this on salary. You can break down your salary in terms of hours and really see how much you're making an hour. It'll help you kind of think about how much work you put into buying one item and how long it took you to earn that money and how quickly you're about to spend it. Now, say you're a person who is doing all of this stuff, you got your discipline, you're on it. Another way you can decrease your expenses and kind of push a little bit more money into your savings is by using tools like Digit or Keep the Change. So how Digit works is it takes small amounts, kind of unnoticeable amounts of money out of your account at random. It monitors your spending and it takes it out according to your spending in small amounts that you really don't notice. And I have used Digit before, but now that I have Bank of America and I have Keep the Change, I don't use Digit anymore. You can insert savings goals in there. And if you have like $20 in your account, it's not going to take $15 out. I mean, it takes really small amounts based on how it assesses your spending. So that is a great option for anyone who kind of wants to save little bits as well throughout the month, in addition to, you know, however lump sum of saving you want to do. You can also coupon or just shop on sale. Look at your pantry before you leave to go to the grocery store and see what you already have and how you can make meals out of things that you already have, so you're not buying every single ingredient for a meal every single week. Another thing I recommend doing is using your credit card for things that you can get cash back on. Instead of using your credit card for things you can't afford and trying to pay small amounts on it, use your credit card for everyday expenses like gas and groceries, because you're gonna get points and get cash back for that stuff. And the last thing is to start small. I mean, you don't have to save $1,000 a month if you don't have $1,000 a month to save. But saving anything is better than not saving at all. And you guys, for real, we spend so much money. Stop spending so frivolously and just start being more disciplined in your decisions on a very day-to-day basis, because every dollar counts. We have to value every single dollar the same way. You might not have $10,000, but even if you saved $1 a day, that's $365 at the end of the year. So imagine if you can put aside $50 a week or $100 a month. It's still going to add up. My biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that saving is really a mindset. There are no secrets to saving. We have to kind of deconstruct our thoughts on saving. Saving is not hard. It just is discipline. And once you start seeing your savings build, you will want to keep saving. That's the thing. Like, once you start and see like, okay, I got $1,000 now. Oh, I can't wait to get to $2,000, or I can't wait to save $500 more, or when I get this bonus, I'm putting that all into my savings. I'm not even gonna go on a trip this year. Like, once you start seeing your savings grow, it will become addicting to continue to see it grow. So you just kind of have to get over that initial hump. Once you practice that discipline day after day after day, it'll become a part of you. Value every single dollar. Like, don't think this is just $1 I'm saving from this coupon. Like, understand that that dollar means something. But the principle, increase your income or decrease your expenses. One of those two things, to allow yourself more room to pay yourself, which is your savings. I hope this video helped somebody. I will leave some stuff in the description box, some resources, links to all of the things that I mentioned in the video. And if you are new here, welcome. And in the comments below, let me know, what is your weak spot when it comes to spending? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, mine is definitely food and shopping. So let me know. I'm curious to know. On that note, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like it. Share it with people who you think could benefit from some of these tips. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, and when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, or else you won't get notified that my videos are up. So every Tuesday, some Thursdays, I post videos, but definitely every Tuesday. So make sure you check back in or hit the notification bell so you can get notified when they are dropping, okay? On that note, I will see you guys next time. I love you guys, and bye-bye.